Alright, I wanted to make a real quick video on Killing Floor 3, because I'm going to actually post 3 videos of all 3 bosses being beat on normal. But that's just to show off like all the bosses and stuff. Nothing crazy in some gameplay. But I've been playing the game since launch now, and I've been seeing tons of issues, like people in the community saying the game is trash, or that it's just not good. It's not like what they were expecting. It's not Killing Floor, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck are they on about? Like, to me, the game, the issues that they're all bringing up are very minor issues that can be fixed. Like, the biggest problem I've seen is like, oh, the audio is, the game frame rate drops hella, which I understand. That shouldn't be an issue. It should be something that they fix. And performance problems, it's... Am I supposed to go this way? Yeah, okay. It's how the gameplay just doesn't feel good. Like, yeah, I feel like there's some audio things they could fix on the gameplay side. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I personally think that they could change some of the like hit marker sounds and stuff for like headshots, make them have a bit more oomph, maybe make some of the guns or weapons actually have a bit more like noise to them, because like with these kunai, the slashing sound should probably be a bit more like Killing Floor 2's in my opinion, whereas like the gunplay and stuff, like with actual guns and shit, which I'm usually running assassin the whole time, is like you see these hit markers and shit? I should know if I'm killing the zombies better, to be honest. Like, the hit markers are there so you know. But when you're running a gun and you get that headshot, you're not gonna hear it like this from... Like, I'm up close, so that's why you hear it. Like, you should be able to hear, like, their heads explode and be like, oh, okay, I got a headshot, he's dead now. It needs to have a bit more oomph with the killing sound on the Zeds, more than anything. The guns need to sound a bit more realistic, not like this whole futuristic thing that they're trying to do. Which I completely agree with these like takes and stuff, but like at the same time, this is a minor issue they could fix. It's not the end of Killing Floor 3. It's just people are complaining about it, and the whole community is realistically, and they should fix it. But it's nothing that serious to be like, okay, this game's trash, don't buy it. Just go play Killing Floor 2. Like, Killing Floor 2 is good because of how the game performs with multiple different classes and stuff in the game. Now, the thing with classes is that people are having an issue with is the characters. They want to be able to all play, like, we'll say Mr. Foster, for instance. Nobody wants to play Nakata while running this class. That's an issue they're going to fix. That's an issue they're already fixing. So it's just a little strange to me to be complaining about something that they stated they're going to fix. Another one I saw was graphics. To me, having graphic problems is crazy. Because this game looks amazing, in my opinion. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I feel like some things do need a little bit more oomph, I can say that for sure, but for the most part, I don't think the graphics are lacking that much. I think more than graphics, it's a lighting issue. Because when I use the dual katanas with any blade that's not the normal blade, for some reason the blade is very bright for no reason. It's like excessively bright, which is very strange. Another thing is that I think that these graphics look fine for a Killing Floor game. I don't think we need absurdly good graphics. I don't think that's like what makes a game a good game. It should just be the gameplay, the repetitiveness of it, of being able to play it. The gameplay loop is what you play for. Now, I will say 3 bosses are not enough in this game with what kind of bosses they have. We do need more bosses in the game. Like, we need at least 2 more bosses over the next, like, we'll say by October we need to see maybe 2 more bosses, I want to say. maybe change up instead of 2 more bosses. Maybe add some different things to these bosses and the current ones we have, and maybe increase their, like, don't increase their HP, keep their HP the same. People are complaining about the HP bars. I don't think that's a problem. 'Cause I remember playing Killing Floor 2 on like Hell on Earth difficulty, and then the bosses having a lot of HP was a normal thing. I didn't see that as a problem. I think, quite honestly, the more you play this game, the better it gets, but that's just because, like, you unlock more perks for your class that you're playing, that you enjoy, and be able to do more fun stuff with it. I feel like at the start it was very lackluster, and I don't think it should be, but that's whatever. But also just add more weapons. Like, I like the customization feature. It allows me to make the weapons look however I want, while also gaining bonus effects. I think the bonus effects are cool on weapons and stuff. So, like, these kunais, I gave them, like, really good stats, basically. And now they look different, and it's cool. I like the customization. I really wish I could put camos on them, but that's about it. I don't think a lot of the issues people are having with this game are such a big deal that you shouldn't buy the game. I think the game is perfectly fine where it's at. They just need to fix frame rate, maybe add a couple more bosses, maybe make some of them a bit more different. I felt like when I'm playing normal, the bosses are super easy and stuff, which I could expect because I've played Killing Floor games before. I played Killing Floor 2 quite a bit. Not nearly as much as like some other games I've played in the past, of course, because I just didn't really have anybody play with in the game. But in this game, I feel like I can play it way more often by myself, and it doesn't feel as bad. Like, I have some buddies that actually want to get the game to play it because it's actually cheaper than most games out now. So I'm like sitting here like wondering why we're having so many problems with the game if the game is just good. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not the best thing I've ever seen. It's doing better than Wu Chang right now that just came out the same week, the same day, almost. And the only real people that are having issues with the game are diehard Killing Floor fans that think this game should be the next best thing. But it's not going to be. You're never going to have a game when they want to make it somewhat different, but keep most of the genuine good things about the game. You can't sit there and have the biggest problem with the game being that you don't like the fact that you can't play Mr. Foster as an assassin. Like, that's just a dumb reason, in my opinion. Like, I get it, yeah, you don't want character-specific cosmetics and shit. That's fine by me, but what we need more than anything is more classes, better fix the frame rate and queuing issues. Maybe fix some bugs. I actually experienced a bug later that made it where a crawler spawned outside the map and started freaking out. And we couldn't progress the game, so I had to completely close that. Which was fine. Something that I expect to happen when games that have like really good graphics, or they prioritize more graphics over stuff. I don't get this whole thing of saying, like, I don't think the game looks good, because I think it looks fantastic, to be honest. It looks great. It looks a lot better than a lot of games I've been playing nowadays. The gore feels awesome. The melee combat feels the best so far. I didn't really care for the guns too much, but I've always ran melee more often than not on the Killing Floor games, so that people complained about, because quite honestly, those are the issues I've been hearing. Are genuinely things that can just be fixed after a couple of updates. Frame rate problems can be fixed, audio can be fixed, hit markers can be fixed. Oh, this thing about artificial difficulty, though, is like, I get it. We don't want all of the Zeds to have ranged attacks, but I don't think it's that big of a deal where it's like, oh, it's artificial difficulty. I don't think it is. I think, quite honestly, it's fine. I've never really had an issue with all of the range attacks on everybody. The only thing that I will say is the Husk spawn rate maybe needs to be dropped a little bit. I feel like I see way too many husks sometimes. They're always flying around shooting at me, which is fine. It makes the game feel a bit more interactive sometimes, but I don't think that should be one of the big things that I have to look at and be like, oh, gotta kill this guy or else he's gonna shoot at me 100 times, and there's like 8 more of them. That's kind of an issue. I think it should only be during a mutation where there's a lot of husks, not like normally there should be a fuckload. But yeah. Another thing I was thinking of was, I like the customization stuff. It allows me to add better stuff to my characters and stuff that I do like. I like that it changes the look of the weapons. I feel like I should still be able to put skins on them, though. Another thing is, when it came to the weapons, a lot of times, I feel like there's just a lack of them. Like, I like running the kunais a lot because they have the option to be melee or thrown, of course, which is a lot of fun. But you need more. Like, 4 weapons per like class is kind of low. Even with the customization options to make different variants of the guns and stuff, which is really cool nonetheless, it's too little options. It's too, like, we need more guns, we need more bosses in the game, and stuff like that. One guy was complaining the bosses aren't, like, hard enough on terms of difficulty, and I think that's, if I'm being honest, like, unless you're a die-hard Killing Floor fan, though, you're probably not playing anything much harder than hard or normal. And even if you are playing hard and Hell on Earth a lot, my thing is, if I'm playing hard difficulty, I'm playing it for the fact that, not even for like XP, just because I want to change the pace. I want to see how much more difficult the game can get. And when I was playing hard, I found it pretty difficult because my teammates a lot of times were just not upgrading armor, not like doing basic things. Like, it just felt like the players were kind of, like, right now I can see this guy has like white armor. Feels like a lot of my teammates are a little slow when it comes to like armor and how mitigations work. But I think they read that there's armor in the game, they're like, oh, I can just leave it at gray tier, I'll be fine. But when you don't upgrade your armor and I'm playing on hard difficulty and you go down in 1 hit, or 3 hits or whatever, you know, it's kind of like, that's kind of an issue. But that's just kind of like a matchmaking issue. The other thing is the syringes. That was something I heard about. How you don't have infinite syringes anymore, they just recharge over time. I think, quite honestly, what needs to be done is, I think, like, they're saying it's an artificial difficulty when they make it where you have limited syringes. I think that's fine, because it makes me think of different ways to play around the bosses instead of just, like, running up and beating their ass the whole time. Like, on normal difficulty, I can run up and beat the ass out of the fucking every boss in the game, pretty much. Like, none of them really do so much damage where, like, it's crippling me. I never lose enough, like, while playing a melee character, I don't feel like I'm in any dangerous situation when I'm fighting the bosses on normal. Which is fine, because this is what casual should feel like. This is what a casual difficulty should feel like. The base difficulty in the game shouldn't be hard as shit. Another thing that I noticed, though, when I was playing Assassin, is that the kunais attack really fast for some reason during the Z animation. I don't know if that's intentional, but, like, the katanas and other stuff don't attack that fast. So I don't know if this was intentional to make the kunais, like, a fun option to play as an assassin, but I really like it, and I think there should be maybe something with the katanas or the kiba where I can also just attack really fast, even with the bow, realistically, during the Z timer. People were complaining about, like, the lines the characters have. I'm just like, it sounds like such a dumb issue to me, as someone who plays a lot of wide variety of many different kinds of games. It just feels so dumb. Like, the argument feels so stupid in me. Like, why is one of the few things that you have an issue with the game, like, very basic things that half the time they're fixing, or half the time can be fixed on, like, a more recent patch? Like, I get it. Maybe they shouldn't have released the game, and they should put it off until October until they made sure everything ran smoothly. But at the same time, they can fix it. It's not like the game is fucking awful or anything. It's not like you should just completely disregard the game because, like, oh, my weapons are doing so-and-so amount of damage, but not absolutely bullying. Or, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to put, because, like, the issues they have are so simple to me. They seem dumb to me. Like, the no HUD thing is completely fine by me. I think it makes the game feel more immersive. I like it. It makes the game feel fun. While keeping the casual aspect of being able to see my teammates through walls and stuff like that, it makes the game fun. No text, like, no, chat to text in, like, really? That's an issue? That's an issue you're having? Is that you can't type to a bunch of randoms you're probably never going to talk to again in your life? That's one of your big concerns? Like, I was watching a bunch of these videos, and I'm just like, man, a lot of these issues are so minor. It's like, a lot of this shit can be fixed within a couple updates. Like, why are we getting so butthurt over this? The biggest issues were, like, were very simple things. Like, the bosses are lackluster. Like, some people found them too easy. And I'm like, okay, I don't think the bosses are too easy. They're like, oh, they lack variety of how to play around them. Like, you can just walk around a corner for most of these bosses over and over again. In a building. It's like, okay, like... Congratulations, you figured out how positioning works in a game? Like, I don't understand the problem. Like, the problem they're referencing is so dumb. Like, I think there's a wide variety of fucking Zeds and variations of attacks that decide to add that I actually like. I like the executes. The executes are really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I should be able to pop them a bit more often. Like, they need to be a bit more consistent, because sometimes I go to do it on, like, a Scrake or something, and it feels awful. Because, like, I can, 99% of the time, can't get it. With higher damaging weapons, that is. With the crawler, with the Zeds and stuff, though, when I cut them down in this game, one of my biggest issues is that a lot of times, if I'm not hitting them just, like, in a certain way, they always end up staying alive. That's an issue for me. Like, other than that, the issues haven't really been that big of a deal. The whole boss thing is, like, I understand it, but if your main concern is that a boss is, like, oh, it's not doing a whole lot. It's kind of just sitting there. Can you play a harder difficulty? Because the attacks I'm noticing that I was struggling with on hard compared to normal were... Fuck. Like, on normal, I was just playing the game, and... Let's say we're versing the Queen Crawler. I found the Queen Crawler fight to be, quite possibly, the easiest of the three. Of the three bosses on normal. And when I went to fight her on hard, she became much more dangerous. Like, I felt like I could lose the fight very easily if I didn't, like, actually pay attention. So when I was fighting her, the first time I encountered her, I just didn't use... I sat there and tried using melees like I did in normal. I couldn't use a melee. Because if I didn't perfectly parry her jump attack, like her jump slam, which you can't even do if you don't have enough block power, I felt like I would immediately, like, die. Like, I felt like it was, like, she would leap and that was it. It was over for me. Like that right there where the flesh pound, I attacked it and it just lived. It just kept living and I kept hitting the weak spot and then it just died instead of letting me execute. I want to be able to execute more often is what I'm saying. Against, like, the bigger enemies like those guys. But no, tons of these problems I keep hearing about are just, they seem so lackluster. Like, I get it, the game's not perfect. It's not what you probably were expecting, but at the same time, a lot of the things that people weren't expecting are getting changed. It's just, like, very dumb problems to have with a game. I don't know, maybe, like, play on a harder difficulty? Don't play normal?
That's right.
Because when I was playing hard, the Queen Crawler actually felt like a challenge. She wasn't uber difficult where it was, like, unbeatable. It was just, like, you had to actually, like, play the game. You had to learn her attack patterns. It took me the second time I got to her to beat her, like. And even then, I still had to carry some of my teammates through the second to last round because there was like 7 flesh pounds and fucking 4 Scrakes at one point, and I was left alone. And I'm playing this class still, and I just ran the kunai and just kept throwing them. Kept retrieving them, kept stimming, you know. I was using my stims as you should when it is necessary, not like every 2 seconds. And I felt like I was doing just fine. And another guy said that like, fucking multi-tool is locked behind engineer. I don't have that issue. I can buy the multi-tool on Assassin. Now, another thing was that these bosses are just, like, extremely lackluster. They don't have varying attack patterns. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Quite honestly, they could just add some more stuff that they do. And maybe take away some, like, the range attacks on, like, some enemies, and I think the game would be perfect. But that's kind of it. I think I'm going to include this Chimera fight, to be honest, just because I think the video I had was kind of like shit. But this is what I mean by normal difficulty, not a challenge. And this is how I think it should be. The parrying feels a little off, though, I'm not gonna lie. I think they should actually probably buff the parrying a little bit. Maybe make it have a wider window or some shit to, like, parry in. So I feel like your average player is not gonna be able to time this shit perfectly, and also being able to block in a 180-degree cone would probably be better than just, like, a 90-degree cone. I think it would make the Assassin class a little bit more playable in higher difficulties, like Hell on Earth, but... And this is normal difficulty, by the way. This isn't like I'm playing... whatever the fuck, but... This one is probably the hardest boss, though, that I fought in this game. Out of everything. I think this guy's got plenty of varying attack patterns and stuff to, like, make him fun and somewhat of a challenge. And the other two are kind of like good stepping stones to, like, learn how to fight this guy in terms of, like, the story and shit. But maybe they should change some stuff around. The movement is very fluid in this game. That is one thing I noticed that I liked a lot. Like, I kind of missed some of the weapons I had before in this game. And I think we should bring back a couple weapons, maybe add more, but for the most part, this game is amazing. I love the way it plays. I like the boss fights so far. Maybe add some harder ones, maybe some more variations of bosses and stuff. Maybe bring back some older ones. Stuff like that could be fun, but I don't know. I feel like people that are having issues with this game just are like going over the fact that this game just came out like 2 days ago, and the game's not bad. Like, yes, there's only 8 maps, but these 8 maps are pretty good. They're not terrible. They could add more maps, you know, that's another thing. Fix some bugs on some maps, just change it around a little bit. A lot of the issues seem so niche. Or things that are fixable. It's just, I don't like to see a bunch of videos of people being like, the game's trash because of all these problems. I'm going over all the problems and they just sound like minor struggles. Like, the stim thing is so dumb to me, because if you have to go through 5 stims, maybe it's because your medic ain't healing you, or maybe because, like, I don't know, maybe just don't run some of these other gadgets. I mean, like, you can run the other gadgets, it's not a big deal. It's hard to put into words. Because, like,
remember, we have a small margin of
as much as I want to be like, oh, the game, like, not being able to access this without multi-tool is kind of dumb. But at the same time, I get it. It makes the engineer have more of a use. The other thing was, like, calling this game something about, like, a live service game or something. Or something about how all live service games are just a bunch of trash now. And it's like, I think this is perfectly fine. I think this works for Killing Floor. Of course, you're seeing some frame rate issues right now, but that's just something that needs to be fixed. I know it's a real problem, so it's not something that I can just sit back and be like, oh, maybe we could... Or maybe don't give them shit for the frame rate. No, you can give them shit for the frame rate. It's just like... These husk spawns are annoying, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, 3 husk round 1 on normal is crazy to me. That's criminal. It's just, it feels like some of the issues that people are having just feel so lackluster compared to trying to come up with reasons why the game is good. Like, I like the class-based system. I don't care about the characters being locked behind shit. Like, if your biggest issue is that I can't play as this character because it's not on my class, it's like, okay, and, like... That's for people that care about cosmetics and stuff, and putting more money into the game. But, like, I paid for the game. I paid for, I think I paid for the middle edition, which is like $60 or some shit, and I don't remember the base cost of this game. It's like 40 or 50 bucks. That's lower than market value right now. Like, I still don't see where... A lot of the issues with the game is like, oh, so-and-so doesn't work, or some shit doesn't work the way I think it would. It's kind of like very niche. Calling it not a Killing Floor game is such a stretch to me, because, like, considering everything, this game is, to me, this feels like a Killing Floor game. This feels like Killing Floor 2 with just better graphics, fucking... Some like a little lackluster in some sense because there's less weapons to work with, but like the customization makes the game a bit more interactive as I play. There's something else to go for when I play than just trying to beat the boss. Like, there's collectible. There's no collectibles in this game, but there's like, oh, I need materials to make my weapon better and stuff like that. Okay, see, this is my main issue with the melees though. Look at this. Like, why is there just so many damn crawlers, man? I get it, I am slicing them apart, but there shouldn't be so many living. Especially on normal difficulty. Everything having a range attack, honestly, doesn't really bother me that much. Like, these guys don't have a range attack, the crawlers, which is fine. Normal enemies having a range attack, we could get rid of, but it's not a big deal to me. It seems like they're designed with that purpose for a reason. Skrakes have a grappling hook. That's not really a range attack. Flesh Pounds having the whip, that's whatever to me. It looks like makes them interesting. It's not really a big deal to me. Like I don't know. Quite honestly, a lot of the issues people are having just seem dumb. I'm trying to like wrap up the video and stuff, but like I keep wanting to go on about some other shit that I keep hearing about. I'm making sure I cover every topic, but for the most part, a lot of the issues are very fixable. The game's very fun to play. I enjoy playing it. I will say XP is a problem in my opinion. I feel like if I go to play hard difficulty, I don't get rewarded nearly as much as I should compared to me just spamming normal over and over again. Because like on hard, I have actually lost more runs than win already because my teammates, I always play on multiplayer queue, just play with a bunch of randoms basically. And they're like this guy, just like walking around, gray armor. Probably like half HP on hard usually by like round 1. I've had people die on round 1, like I get it if you're playing assassin class and then you get into it and you're like, oh, I didn't realize they did this much damage. Maybe I should focus on using more ranged or something, but which I don't even have a problem using the melees in it, but it just feels so stupid sometimes. My issue isn't that the game is not as well built as people would have liked. My issue is that people are critiquing the game too much for a good game. The game is solid. If you like Killing Floor, this is a good game. But trying to hate on it because of very simple fixes, it just seems crazy to me. Like, when I started hearing the argument about the guns and stuff, at the start of it, I was like, oh, maybe it's because guns don't do enough damage, maybe it's because the Zeds are too tanky. No, the issue was that he didn't like the audio. Which is pretty similar to the original, just slightly toned down a bit to let the background music pick up more. And, like, I get it, you want to hear the hit markers more, and know when you kill something, which you still notice, but, you know, that's what the hit markers are there for, so you know that you killed something instead. And all that, but it's just such a minor problem. I don't know. I'm enjoying the game. I'm probably going to keep playing it. I'm actually going to upload probably 2 other videos of the Queen Crawler, which is my first game, and my second game, which was Impalers. That's probably what I'll end up uploading. You'll see this video come out with my build and stuff on this guy. And also the third boss, so I won't even bother posting about that on my first encounter on that one. Because it's roughly the same. Yeah, look at this shit though. This is cool.
You are off to a good start.
I don't know if I'm going to post more Killing Floor 3. Quite honestly, I might do it based off of my max level characters and builds that I've built for them and stuff, and what I think is good. And all that, but I'm also probably going to go for the Platinum Trophy on this game, which is, like, beat all 3 bosses on all 3 difficulties. I think that's realistically all I gotta do. Also reach rank 30 on a character, but as you can see, I'm working on that. We're at 19 already. No, but more weapons, more classes would be cool. I'd like to see Gunslinger and Demolitionist come back, to be honest. Because I did actually like Gunslinger a lot, and Demolitionist a lot as well. They were, like, probably my... I want to say Gunslinger was my second most played after Melee. Firebug was probably my third, and fourth was my Demolitionist. I really enjoyed those classes a lot, so I hope they bring those ones back. I think the Assassin's class is fine for a melee class. We just need more just more weapons in general added to the game. Doesn't have to be katanas and all this. Quite honestly, I'd love to see like a sword and shield for better blocking and stuff, because I feel like the pairing is kind of finicky in this game, and there should be like a wider window for it. And the shield, the blocking in this game, it makes sense, but feel like a shield that does the blocking better as just a weapon could be fun and interesting. Maybe add another class that has it instead. That's like a dual typing class, like dual weapon types. That could be cool. Like crossbows getting added, where it's part assassin, part sharpshooter, stuff like that would be nice. I think that's really what's gonna make this game good is like the updates where they add more content, they add more bosses, they add more weapons, they add more characters. Less characters, more classes is what I meant. But yeah. I feel like once they add stuff like that, the game is going to become a lot better. And once they fix a lot of the minor issues that the community is complaining about, because they are going to have to fix them, it's not something they can just overlook, especially when a lot of people are complaining about it. But I think overall, this game is going to be really good, and a lot of people just need to stop shitting on it, because it's not their complaints that are bothering me. It's the fact that they shit on the game and then give all their reasons why they don't like it and why they think the game's bad and why you should not waste your money. When I think, quite honestly, I think this game's a steal for the price, not a waste of money. Performance issues aside, I do think performance should be the first thing they fix besides the character thing. Even though the character thing is a problem that a lot of people have with, I think that's just a very minor thing that they can leave in for a little while they fix actual bugs and real problems. Some other minor fixes besides just adding more shit would probably be just like of course, bug fixes. Stuff that breaks the game from being played. You know, just reasonable stuff. XP gain needs to be changed, I think, a little bit. Maybe increase it. Not for normal, but I meant like for like higher level difficulties. Because I feel like the difference of XP that I gain from playing a normal game compared to a hard is just not equivalent to me playing a harder difficulty. Especially when we're more likely to fail. I feel like the reward should be better. Also, this grappling hook is very finicky. Lower hut spawns. I think everything else is fine. I think the game's fun. I'm gonna enjoy playing it a lot, and I hope other people enjoy playing it too. And I hope the game gains some more players. That way, hopefully more people will play it. And we might see more Killing Floor games in the future. You know, 10 years down the road when they decide to make another one. Of course, I'm playing like a dumbass right now, so that's why I had to heal, but... You do a little upgrades as your weapon, though. Holy fuck, man. Bob. I feel like I should be able to trigger executes a bit more, though, than what I do. But, sure. Whatever. Oh, and real quickly, this is going to be the second thing. Real quickly, there was another issue I just reminded myself about, which was the hub. People don't like the hub. Quite honestly, I don't care for it either. I think it's dumb. I don't know why we have a hub in a game where, like, we didn't have it before. Because you had to, like, load into loading when you add a hub to games, and it kind of doesn't really make sense to me to have it when the other game didn't have it. Like, the player hub is kind of dumb. Unless we can add stuff, like, if they allowed it to be more customizable. But even that's kind of just, like, a very small thing. Quite honestly, I don't think we should have a hub unless we can see our characters, our weapons and stuff, and we can, like, customize them, maybe add stuff to the fucking hub. It just feels like a waste of time. Like, just keeping it, like, as they did before, where it's just a menu, I think is better. And adding more maps could be fun. But I think the hub is dumb. Just do away with it, or better yet, improve it by making it where we spawn on the helicopter after we're done queuing for the first time in a day. Or just make it where we spawn on the helicopter. Also, these huts, like, lower this game spawn rate. Holy fuck, man. Annoying the shit out of me. We don't even have a mutation going. There hasn't been a single one all game. I got fucking like 8 of them to deal with on average. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, look at this shit, though. So I like these guys. I like the flesh bounds a lot, but like... if I'm running a weapon with upgrades like my kunais and stuff, like if I run these, and I go to stab the shit out of my opponent, it just doesn't really end up working. They kind of just like... it doesn't allow me to get the execute off. They just kind of kill him way too fast,
Let's
but
do some shopping.
that's about it, really.